From Reimagine Your Normal. Today we're going to talk about episode 11 of my journey. I am driving, so I'm going to be paying more attention to the road than the camera. So recently my husband has gotten into rock climbing, and this past weekend we decided to bring our kids. So I have a video posted on YouTube, but you can only get to it through a link. So I have a video on my YouTube posted of the rock climbing and the kids, which was amazing to watch them just kind of overcome what they're doing. And there's just so much calmness and pride and pushing yourself that comes with rock climbing more than any other sport that I've ever seen. And I don't know if it's just because I've never been privy to rock climbing stuff before, but like to see it full and raw in the kids, watching them like push themselves, being forced to push themselves beyond their capacity, or beyond what they thought they were capable of, was awe-inspiring. And so it's like a 13-minute video, but you can only get to it through my blog. Right now you can only get to it through my blog, through the blog post, the article, because it's so important I think, to read about what was happening too. So like if you just go to Reimagine Your Normal and go to blogs, it's why kids should rock climb or something like that. But so my husband is very much into this rock climbing thing, and we both love podcasts. So we're always listening to podcasts. And there's one by E11. I can't remember the name of her podcast, but my husband is always like sending me pictures of the episodes, like you need to listen to this one, and you need to listen to this one, and this one would help you. And just because I have found that there's so many times that information from other, I don't know if genres is the right word, but other activities, other things, works really well with being on a healthy journey. Like psychology, so Hidden Brain. We all know I love Hidden Brain, the NPR podcast. I use that one a lot. The E11 one, I really wish I could think of the name of it, but her podcast is very helpful. Like today they did I listened to the one about, it was a sports psychologist. I cannot think of her name, but she was talking about the paralysis by analysis. And what she was saying is that as a human species, we think so much about what we're going to do that we worry about it, and we get paralyzed and don't do it. She was putting it more towards rock climbing people, but a lot of that stuff applies to everybody, just in general. And there was a couple of other things that she talked about. Like she said, when we're in danger or just perceived danger, not real danger, she was talking about like a turtle. If a turtle feels like it's in danger, it'll go into its shell. If a skunk feels like it's in danger, it'll send out nasty sprays. And humans, when we think we're in danger, we will worry. It's like all of those coping mechanisms. And she was saying that like it doesn't always do us a whole lot of good. Usually it puts us into that paralysis by analysis. We're analyzing so much of what could go wrong or what we're supposed to do or how to do it perfect that we don't ever do it, where we would get better at it and improve if we actually just did it. Like you don't have to do it perfect the first time out the gate. You're not going to. Just like I was in that accountability group for making videos and stuff, and like my videos, they are not the best, like at all. But as I do them more and more, I learn tricks, I get better at them, I get better at speaking, I don't say all the time. So it's just stopping yourself from being paralyzed by analyzing everything. Another thing she talked about to kind of put it in perspective was kissing. It's a kissing analogy. So we've been kissing since we were babies. So many babies. We all have young people in our lives that are like 1 or 2 and they kiss on you, and so we've been kissing our whole lives. Well, if all of a sudden we stopped and we went to be like, okay, I'm going to kiss this person, and I'm going to think about how to tilt my head and how fast to go in and how much pressure to put on the lips, and should I use tongue? How much tongue should I use? Should it be saliva? Like, the whole kiss just turns into crazy awkward. Or if we just go in and we kiss and we just do it, like, it's not as weird. And so if you think about that with what we're doing, like for me, for the videos, when I think about, okay, what am I going to talk about? How am I going to look? Am I going to put makeup on? You know, what if my face is shiny? Like, what if the kids are loud in the background? It's like, no, you just sit down and you do it, and you figure out what works and what doesn't. Like, okay, I need to make sure that, like, you know, my face being shiny doesn't really matter. Nobody cares. Or the kids talking in the background was super distracting, so I need to make sure that I ask them to stop. Or it could be that the kids talking in the background is just background noise and the camera doesn't pick it up. Whatever it is. So just do it and figure it out as you go. In the accountability group that I was in, there's 2 guys running it, and the one guy says, and I think about this all the time, he's like, you know, jump and build your wings on the way down. Don't have the plane already, or you'll never get off that cliff. Just jump and build your wings on the way down. So I liked that. So what does all this have to do with my weight loss journey? Okay, so as I did the intuitive eating, I'm still following that. That has been probably the most significant thing I have ever done. Why? Right? So I've been on my health journey for almost 3 years now, and I wasn't really getting anywhere. I mean, I was kind of chipping away slowly at the weight and stuff, but like since I started the intuitive eating, like huge things have changed, not only in my weight and my performance in the things that I'm doing, but my mentality, my business, everything has changed. The way that I interact with the kids, with my husband, just with people in general. And what happened is I was no longer, oh my gosh, and my finances. I was no longer in this scarcity mentality, which is where I had put myself when I had this bad relationship with food. So my relationship with food, doing the intuitive eating, I was no longer in a food scarcity mindset. So my mind was able to think about other things. I was able to think about other things like my business, like realizing that the way I was doing my workouts was not working. I'm in my garage now, in the dark, so I can finish my talk before I go in with the kids. But I was able to free up all that mind space from not focusing so much about the food, which has changed the way that I do my workouts. I no longer do it 7 days a week. I no longer feel guilty if I miss a day. I no longer do it in the morning. I switched it to Monday. Oh, crap. Damn. Oh, technology. I no longer do it in the morning. I switched it so that I do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during my lunch at work, which does 2 things. 1, I'm more awake. I'm more aware of what's happening. I'm not just going through the motions. And 2, I have a little bit more time because all I'm doing literally is walking downstairs to the basement where the gym is, doing my workout, jumping in the shower to rinse off the sweat, and then going back up the stairs to work. Like, so I literally have like 45 minutes, where in the morning it was pushing it to get 30 minutes. I usually only had about 20, and I was literally just going through the motions. I wasn't actually working. So since I've been doing that, like, my muscles, the way that my body is structured has totally changed. The workouts are actually doing what the workouts are supposed to do. My food has changed. The way that I eat has changed. I'm no longer restricting myself to what I should eat, how much I should eat. Like, if I eat chocolate after my workout, I no longer feel guilty. I don't care who sees me eating the chocolate. I wanted the chocolate. My body wanted the chocolate. That is what I ate. It is interesting because people are starting to notice, and the people who follow the diets are getting really upset with me. Like, I had a lady at work the other day. She was like, "You're eating again? Like, you are coming out of that kitchen all the time eating." And she's getting frustrated with me because my body is changing, yet I'm constantly eating, and she's on a restrictive diet. Like, diets don't work. Like, for me, I don't want to be just losing weight and being skinny. Like, I want to have the energy to go do stuff like rock climbing with my kids and be able to go on float trips and actually be able to hang with everybody and do all these fun, exciting things. Like, I love martial arts. My stepson does taekwondo. My uncle, when I was younger, did karate and stuff, and like that just fascinates the crap out of me. So the workout that I do is a mixed martial arts workout, and today they introduced a roundhouse kick. I finally got it, like at the very end, and it was so empowering. It was so exciting. Like, that's the kind of thing I want to do. And it was funny because I had a coworker who was lifting weights the entire time I was doing my mixed martial arts, kicking and punching and stuff. And he was like grunting and just grumpy and just in there to get his stuff done. And I was like smiling and having a blast and kind of giggling at myself. But we both sweated just as much. We were both just as tired afterwards. But I had more fun. So that is my journey for today. If you are enjoying these videos, please subscribe. I will get better and better at these videos as we go. And until next time, thank you.